The mother accused of abusing her 10-year-old son to death is expected to change her plea.
Kimberly Mills pled not guilty to charges including first-degree murder after the death of her son, Xavier Williams. WESH News' Haley Krummelholm is here tonight. Haley, you've now learned that is going to change.
That's right. This document I have in my hands here, it's a notice of change of plea / sentencing. Now, because Mills pled not guilty, her options would be to change to guilty or no contest. Now, with this case, her life is literally on the line. Prosecutors plan to seek the death penalty. Now, the defense attorney I spoke with said a change of plea means there's potential she could avoid that sentence.
A new document filed in the case against Kimberly Mills could mark major movement in the case.
This document is saying there's going to be a change of plea on this date. We're going to come before the court, the defendant, the defense attorney, and the prosecution.
Mills pled not guilty to charges including first-degree murder and felony child abuse after police alleged she and her boyfriend, Andre Walker, abused her 10-year-old son, Xavier Williams, to death. Investigators said they beat and burned him and even dropped a 10-pound dumbbell on him while he was duct-taped to a ladder. Attorney Rajan Joshi said the document filed Wednesday means Mills now has two options: plead guilty or...
There's also an option of pleading no contest if the judge accepts it and the prosecutor allows it. And Florida is one of the states that allows this. What a no contest plea is essentially saying is, I don't want to contest the plea. I'm not saying I did it. I'm not saying I didn't do it, but I'm going to accept the responsibility.
We reached out to the state attorney's office for specifics about what Mills could be changing her plea to and if a deal had been struck with prosecutors. The office said, I can confirm the defense attorney for the defendant filed a notice of change of plea, which is reflected on the clerk of court's records. Any further comment would need to wait until after the scheduled court date. We also reached out to Mills' attorney, but didn't hear back. While there is a chance Mills plans to change her plea without an agreement being reached with prosecutors, Joshi said,
I would suspect there was one. She was looking at the death penalty, and in some of those type of cases, what happens is the state will agree to remove the death sentence in exchange for a plea of guilty.
Now, Mills' boyfriend, Andre Walker, is also charged in connection with Xavier's death. Joshi said if Mills has struck a deal, there's potential it could include testifying against him. According to court documents, her change of plea and sentencing hearing is set for January 14th. Back to you.